What if man had turned out differently? Then where would he wear Levi's stay-press slacks or Levi's fashion jeans? Would he put Levi's herringbone on his fins? Levi's stripes on his wings? How could he enjoy Levi's flares with Decor polyester? What would he put in the pockets of our stay-press bush jeans? What would he do with Levi's hopsack? Come to think of it, if man had turned out differently, would there even be a Levi's? There would have been no 1850 gold rush, no man named Levi Strauss, no need for him to invent the world's toughest pair of pants. Men, we're glad you walk on two legs. Otherwise, you'd never get the chance to wear a pair of Levi's.
Hello everybody, and thank you very much for your time today. And today I'm coming to you from Darien, Georgia. Yes. Alright guys, I am coming to you, as you see here, from an abandoned outlet center that was right along Route 95 here in Darien. So for those of you that might be coming from the north and heading to the south, yes, that's the way that north and south works. Could you stop scratching, please? Thank you very much. One of the dogs is scratching like crazy over here in the office as usual. All right, we are at the International Decor Outlet, or what became the International Decor Outlet. So for those of you that travel from the north to the south, if you are heading to Florida, if you're heading to Savannah, Orlando, Jacksonville, wherever it might be, definitely stop at the Darien outlets. Guys, this place is absolutely amazing. It's just a ghost town. Now, the property itself, I got to give a lot of respect to whoever owns it. They're maintaining it very well. The shrubs are maintained, the grounds are mowed. It looks really great. And the stores themselves are in great condition. It looks like the roofs are all in great condition here. I did not notice any major leaks within any of the stores, so that's pretty cool. But now the facades are definitely a little worn away, I will say. We're going to see some of the facades that are affected by a lot of the rainfall that has happened, and also a lot of the roofing. Some of the posts are rotted away. Now, this International Decor Outlet, for those of you that saw my video from Regency Square in Jacksonville, definitely go check that one out, please. You will see that International Decor Outlet was in a lot of locations, and again, I don't know the whole history there, so if anybody that follows the channel knows, please go ahead and put it in the comments. Give me a link to a good video about International Decor Outlet. But these outlets basically were stores that were taking over a lot of square footage in malls and former outlet centers, where you would be able to go and I guess get decor, and there you see one of the posts rotted away to the left, decor for your home. So carpets, wall paper, wall coverings, maybe paints. I'm not sure about the whole arsenal of what they used to have, but it certainly sounded fascinating when it came to an idea, but it did not seem to really come through. Seems to be a bit of a timeline where things went bad really fast for International Decor, and all of the locations that they had secured deals with, looks like they basically fizzled out. So a lot of these stores here at Darien, they have all of these wallpaper or skins on the windows, and luckily what do we got here? Is that extra flooring? It looks like it might be extra flooring left over from one store, or maybe they're renovating a store, maybe the owner is renovating a store. But really, really cool place here. It's got that village style, which a lot of these outlet malls, including Santee, really had, where you would walk around for hours. And for those of you that used to go to these outlet type malls before the premium outlets really came out, these were the original outlets where you would have the Bass outlet, the Bass shoes, the Faltzgraph. Let's see some of the other brands that I remember. Maybe there was Polo here. I'm not sure if a higher end brand like that was here. You had maybe Vanity Fair probably was here. I assume this was a good Vanity Fair location. But all of these stores were places that we all shopped, you know, whether it be back to school, whether it be with mom and dad, maybe grandpa, grandpa, or grandma and grandpa. We used to walk around and check things out here. It really sucks that somebody's tagging this place. This looks like it maybe was a previous jewelry store or maybe even some type of small electronics retailer. The colors make me think Radio Shack, but it's certainly not. And there you see the second levels there, which I guess you see there. That's probably one of the only roof lines that are really rotting away structure-wise. The rest of them are just facade overhangs that are rotting away. Now, I'm not going to go any further here going forward down this path. This is where supposedly there's a YMCA at the end of the property here in the structure. And shout out to Nate. Nate came here and filmed maybe 3 or 4 years ago when he was here with the RV traveling to the south. And he walked around just in the same way that I am right now. And it was not as much rotted that you see here, but it was in similar shape, really. A lot of empty stores. Everything cleared out very well. There's only one store that we'll see a little bit later where there's a bunch of junk inside, and that was, I believe, the antique store. And we're actually going to break this video up into 2 parts, and part of the reason for that is that I don't want the video to be 30 minutes long, because on average, most people only watch my videos for about 90 seconds, and I want that extra 13 cents. So if you don't want me to have an extra 13 cents, shame on you. All right, guys, so now we're going to head to another part of the property, so let's get over there now. All right, so here we are. If you were coming into the property, this would actually be close to the main entrance. And we're going to see another part of the property in part 2 of this video, so watch for that. There you see some gutters falling down. And also there was, I believe it was a Ruby Tuesday or a Fridays that became the Darien Sports Bar. At some point, we're going to take a look at that also in part 2 of this video. So definitely watch for that. You're going to be so excited with this video. Oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing. And also I will say that this video was shot before the potato cam was secured. So we are going to be bringing you some more potato cam video. Yes, some 15-year-old handy cam video is on your way. You're going to love it. So let's take a look inside. Store's cleaned out, beautiful, clean. Something could move in here immediately, but this is a place that nobody's coming to, unfortunately. As we continue to take a look around here, I'll go ahead and explain to you what's going on here in this area of Darien and Brunswick, Georgia. So in Brunswick, Georgia right now, which is, I believe, an exit or 2 south of Darien, if I'm thinking properly, that is where Buc-ee's is currently going in. This is a store where everything had a little bit of a curtain, so I'm not sure if this store has some major issues going on or if they're using it as some type of storage. But as we go ahead and move forward here, you'll see there's more of the curtain. I'm going to try and take a look in again, and I don't think I'm able to pop over. Nope, this was a different store. So this again looks like another nice clothing store, whatever might have been there. The lampposts are really nice. The carriage lights on the building are really nice. And there was a lot of money spent for this place when it was built. Here is got some nice look to it, almost like a copper bronze facade on the wraps. A little bit of a darker store. And as we go forward a little bit more, we will see over down near the antique store, that is where, what was this place? That looks like maybe like it might have been a sunglass store. And you see the Burger King sign there. And there you see also looking across to where there's another RV. That's where the sports bar was located, the Darien Sports Bar. Oh, now, as I was saying, as we were walking down here towards the antique location, which is out of business, of course. The antique location is where I guess a bunch of cats were. People were feeding cats, and there was a lot of feral kitties that were there, and you could also smell it till today. Nate actually spotted a bunch of the cats when he was here on video 3 or 4 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago. It does look like the cats have kind of been pushed away or taken somewhere, because it does not look like there was food being left out. And this is kind of like the nastiest part of the outlet center that we're getting into now. There you see where there definitely is some water damage coming down on the door, but inside, maybe this was an Old Navy outlet. I don't know. Let me know if Old Navy was here. And anybody that shopped here, let me know. I want to hear about all the stuff that you bought. When I was young, I used to go to the Flemington outlets. We also started with the Jackson outlets in New Jersey, but they were the premium outlets, so they were the newer versions that put out of business the Village outlets that were the Vanity Fair type. This is part of what used to be the antique shop, I believe, and you see a lot of leftover stuff, very dusty and dirty. So I'm not sure if the owner of that store is still active in this property, or maybe it is the owner of this entire property and they're just using this kind of a storage, but a lot of the stuff in there just kind of looks like leftover junko. But of course, one man's junk is another man's treasure. Let's always keep that in mind. This is the area where all the cats, I guess, were recently in the last few years, and it really stank in this corner. And there you see a bunch of other stuff just piled up, clothes, boxes. Looks like a lot of stuff that has been there for a while and probably just needs to go into a landfill, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and look up and over again. Guys, I'm very tall, by the way. Oh, there we see, I believe, our first spot of mold. It looked like there might have been some mold on that back wall there, so sad to see that, if that is the case. We had some Steve and Barry's carts. Can I get a holla? Woo! Steve and Barry's. Much respect, a lot of love. I actually still have 2 Rutgers sweatshirts from Steve and Barry's that came from Century 3, Pittsburgh, West Mifflin, Pennsylvania. Which Century 3, by the way, is almost fully gone. And for those of you that haven't been following Century 3 on a daily basis, please go to Facebook and check out. There is a C3 Memories Facebook page. Whoever is on that page is posting almost on a daily basis the current status of the mall. And right now, it is probably more than half gone. The parking decks are fully gone, and the structure is almost fully gone. So it's, I'd say it's another few months. So guys, as we come to a close here on part 1 of the Darien Outlets, I want to thank you for your time. Oh, this was Nautica. There you go. I saw just a little clip right there. I want to thank you for your time as usual. Also, big shout out to everybody that's on the channel. I really love you guys. Always great comments, always friendly stuff going on there. We don't have haters in this group, and I really appreciate it. So please catch me in the next video. Bye-bye.